Yo, what is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? Guys, I have found multiple upon multiple animes that I have just continuously found myself enjoying, and this is not anything different, my god. I honestly thought some of these shows were going to be like relatively easy to be able to pick out like which ones are going to be kind of lackluster or not, because I've watched so many shows that if they start the show with certain aspects, it's obvious to me, so to speak. Like certain things, if it's so blatant, it just kind of gets boring to me, or it gets really old. That if I could figure it out that quickly, why would I want to continue to watch something that I can pretty much call out, you know? So that's no fun to me. And I always want to have something on the channel that I could talk about that I could actually be passionate about and give you guys, sometimes I do reviews that go on to 18 minutes, but that's just because I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. And if I can't if I can't see myself being passionate about something, I usually don't put it on the channel. So, with that being said, the only reason why this is on here is because it seems like something I would really be into, and I already am enjoying it quite a bit. Um, this show that I'm watching, I can't pronounce it, so I'm not gonna even butcher it. But with how everything is going on, the main people who are these like watchers of these like spiritual monsters, not even, I guess they're not all monsters, but in some people they would be just considered monsters. Um, but what he's pretty much doing here is by, you know, going out and listening to people's complaints or checking out what's going on with certain aspects of things, we learn very quickly that people are running into like deities and stuff like that and are easily, you know, getting into situations that could be pretty rough. But instead of it being like that, it kind of is playing out well in the sense of they're kind of coexisting with humans. I mean, in this week's episode, we see angels fighting against like these other bird-like essence creatures that are around. I can't. I always forget how to. Like I can't. I never pronounce it right, but they were like these animal. They were like these birds that, in a game I used to play anyway, they were like full on bird mode. Don't look like anything like humans, and this episode shows exactly kind of their indication of what that is. They even had the black wings like the ones I know, so it's definitely a fun nod to certain like just mythology. It's a fun nod to the mythical creatures that the Japanese and people believe in over there that we don't really talk about, but the angels seemingly aren't like all that great and powerful, because they're being they seem pretty even with these other demon quote unquote or yonkos. So it's not like the angels are like, oh my god, if there's an angel, we can't beat him. We gotta just let him win. Like it didn't feel like that. So with that being said, it seems like there could be a lot more uh, of these spirits, and they're all either on the same level or higher. So I don't know. That kind of excited me to know that they might be going down a different path overall instead of just giving us the classic, oh, this race is stronger than all of them, and they are the ones we really look up to and want to make good with, and the other ones are just kind of there. Like, nah, everybody seems like they can put up a decent fight, and if that's the case, you gotta watch yourself. So I like that aspect already kind of being in there. Not to mention the fact that all humans supposedly can't even interact with any of these like creatures and stuff. So to think that they made an organization of people who can see them, and they're the ones that are supposed to deal with all these outcries and stuff, they can't even understand what these spirits are saying. So that kind of put me in a position to be like, oh man, they might not even know. Like, what if they've been doing wrong all this time? Like, what if they literally could have been helping, but because they can't even understand them, they just been making it worse this whole time. So I thought that was a very interesting aspect that they can draw from this. Not to mention the normal fact that everybody in the on the team, like the two people we get to introduce to, they're weirdos. So it's like not only are they a really good match for this guy who can somehow understand the exact language of these spirits, but not only was he doing that, he was helping keep the peace better than probably they ever have. So I don't know. I'm really kind of looking forward to see where they narratively go with this. Like the name being brought up to him kind of put him in a sense of like being dizzy and like sick. So to see that and to know that we're getting probably a lot more than they're letting off with having all these monsters and spirits and Yonkos running around the whole entire world, and they kind of, well, probably just Japan, and then trying to quarantine them and making sure they're not going out where a lot of humans are that can get in the crossfire. Stuff like that is seemingly their job, so I don't know. If that's their job and that was the only thing that's going to happen to the story, that would be kind of boring. But with this older man showing up and kind of giving us this info, like, oh, you're acting kind of like this person, quote unquote. Um, you kind of get this understanding, like, okay, there is something special about this character, and he's gonna have probably a decent special like interaction, or something is gonna be wrong because of whatever is he's connected to now. So I don't know. This show is definitely like the rest that I put on the channel. It definitely has some of the things I'm looking for in a show. Me not being able to just automatically know exactly what's going to happen instantly is a must, and I'm truly stumped when it came to this show. I didn't know what could happen next, and I love that aspect. So truly hoping that continues and they can, keep the show entertaining without having to get too deep into the story and then run out of good content and have to use filler or something. So overall, guys, I hope you have an amazing day, night. Your boy really out here got to grind. There's so many shows out, and I want to get them all on the channel. At least get a lot of them on the like reviews on the first day. If I don't get them on the first day, then I don't get them on the first day. But um, to some of the shows that I did see, like the very short shows and some very interesting nudities in shows. uh, there's a lot of shows I won't be talking about. I'll probably be watching them, and we could talk about them in the comments and stuff. But if there's a show that you definitely wanted me to watch and I've checked it out, and it's something I can't really put a lot of effort into, I apologize if it doesn't make it to the channel, but I will be dropping as much content on this channel as possible, so I hope you enjoy. Let me know if there's anything you guys saw in this episode that I did it, or if you're even going to be watching this, or if you heard of it before me putting it up, because a lot of people check out stuff that I check out myself for the first time, and if you guys find it that you like it too, that'll be awesome. That we watch it, we all get to watch and learn about this show together. So with that being said, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Alright, later.